Tonight, millions of dollars to redevelop Rockhampton Zoo.
Livingston Shire celebrates its Australia Day heroes.
The alarming screen time trends damaging children's eyes.
And the extraordinary lights display, all for charity.
This is 7 News with Joanne, Desmond and Adam Straney.
Good evening, thanks for joining us.
Great to have your company.
Well, first tonight, Rockhampton Council has awarded a local builder a $7.5 million contract for the redevelopment of new visitor spaces at the Rockhampton Botanic Gardens and Zoo. The company, DBS, is tasked with establishing the popular family-friendly venue as the town's top tourist hub.
At first glance, the Rockhampton Zoo and Botanic Gardens are in pretty good nick. The spaces are clean, the gardens are manicured, and the animals enjoy spacious surroundings. But it's missing a few creature comforts.
We've finally been able to award the tender for the hub, the Botanic Gardens hub, the new entrance to the zoo, and of course a much needed amenities at the zoo as well.
The $7.5 million will go toward introducing education spaces for school groups, a new snake enclosure, and the welcome addition of 17 new restrooms.
We do have a lot of customers, for little children walking around the zoo, and there's only one bathroom in the botanical garden. So having this second amenity block will be incredible for our visitors.
The existing zoo entrance here will be fenced over, and the new one will be built 150 metres that way. The zoo welcomes more than 100,000 visitors every year and aims to attract even more.
And I mean, who doesn't love a meerkat encounter? We have a great free zoo here, but there's so many optional paid encounters that you can do with snakes, with otters. For us to be able to upgrade this not only makes it look really impressive, but actually makes it more accessible for visitors to our region.
Christian Penny, 7 News.
The majority of taxpayers will see a little bump to their pay slips in the new financial year after the Commonwealth approved Stage 3 tax cut changes. It means anyone earning under $135,000 will pay less tax from July 1. But high-income workers will see a smaller tax cut than originally expected. The federal opposition slammed the government over the decision, calling it the mother of all broken promises.
There are a lot more millionaires in Sydney than there are in Queensland, and particularly in regional Queensland. And that means that Queenslanders, the overwhelming majority of Queenslanders, will be better off by this decision.
The changes still need to pass through Parliament before being implemented.
Rockhampton Regional Council is promising there'll be plenty of ways to celebrate Australia Day across the region, despite impending wet weather. Country on Kershaw has been moved indoors so residents can still rock their way into the long weekend.
The final sound checks have been complete. For this year's Country on Kershaw and Great Australian Bites, now being held at the Rockhampton Showgrounds.
We made the early call to say let's bring it undercover, which is going to be a great thing. We want to see this event go ahead. Roberts Wharton Pavilion's a perfect location for that. You have the outdoor section, but also the indoors.
The free, family-friendly event starts at 3 p.m. tomorrow.
There's also face painting, there's trade stalls, both from food and markets. There's an inflatable obstacle course.
Organisers say the lineup of music talent will make venturing out in the wet weather worthwhile.
With our headline act, Cassidy Ray, performing last.
Well, we're on the road a lot now these days, so it's good to be able to play at home to everyone. We don't get to do it that often anymore.
Other celebrations across the region include a free day on the water at the Rockhampton Water Ski Club for those eager to test out their skills. The Gracemere Shed will host a barbecue starting at 9 a.m, and Council is holding its Australia Day Awards tonight. Freya Jetson, 7 News.
Livingston Shire Council has honoured its community heroes in this year's Australia Day Awards. 9-year-old Isaac Campbell's Helping Hand initiative and others like the Yeppoon Choral Society were recognised.
Livingston Shire Council celebrated some well-deserving local heroes as proud family and friends cheered them on.
Our local community members within our community who go above and beyond in our community to help our community, and I think that's what the Australia Day Awards are all about.
9-year-old Isaac Campbell has been crowned Young Australian of the Year after dedicating his spare time to creating and delivering food hampers to local families in need.
Some people donate food, and we go give them to people that message on my page and say, this person needs that, and then we go deliver it to them. I just thought about people that needed help, so I thought, why can't we help people?
The Yeppoon Quarrel Society has also been recognised for bringing locals together and fostering well-being and camaraderie.
And delivers music through our community to assist community at all different places and locations within our community.
Ken Landsberg started volunteering after retiring 12 years ago and is the president of the Yeppoon and Show Society. This year he's been honoured as a living legend in the community.
To be recognised, it's nice to do it. I don't do it for anything like that, but it's the love of doing it.
Christian Penny, 7 News.
Congratulations to everyone, and little Isaac, well done. I think we need more people like you in our community. Rockhampton manufacturers are being encouraged to apply for state government grants. Local business Cirrus Ag was awarded almost $1 million through the Made in Queensland initiative. Member for Rockhampton, Barry O'Rourke, says there are multiple grants currently on offer.
These are grants up to $2.5 million, and I want to see Rockhampton and Central Queensland prosper.
The herbicide manufacturer has created 5 new jobs and gained more interstate customers.
A new Qantas in-flight safety video has been slammed with claims it misses the mark and more to do with destinations. The airline insists it's a clever way to encourage air travellers to pay attention about what to do during an emergency.
Hey, I'm Lachlan. I moved to Lapland to marry the love of my life.
It's the in-flight safety video that's not filmed inside an aircraft. Instead, passengers are reminded to buckle up by a sports car driver in Hollywood.
Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the clasp into the buckle.
How to use an oxygen mask. That takes place at Ningaloo Reef.
Oxygen will flow as you take a breath.
And the brace position is taught through a dance sequence in India.
Brace by placing your forehead on the back of the seat.
The Flight Attendants Association says the slick production misses the mark.
It doesn't focus enough on the really important safety message. Follow the directions of your cabin crew. They need people ready so that when an evacuation occurs, they get off the aircraft quickly and they follow their directions.
Qantas says it's designed to complement demonstrations by cabin crew. The video is about familiarising our customers with safety procedures, and we try to make it as engaging as possible. This is the first Qantas in-flight safety video in 4 years, commissioned by then CEO Alan Joyce. Rather than being more baggage for the former boss, some say it does a wonderful job.
What we've got here is something bright, it's a bit different, it highlights a whole lot of great destinations around the world and at the same time gives you a very sensible safety message.
Zoe Martin, 7 News.
Health professionals are concerned excess screen time could be causing lifelong issues for kids. New research has revealed children are spending triple the amount of recommended time on devices, and parents are being warned to watch out for signs of eye strain.
Generation Alpha was born into the digital age where staring at a screen all day has become the new norm.
I have noticed that children are more distracted in class because of they struggle to concentrate outside of technology.
A study by Specsavers has found children between 5 and 12 years old spend an average of 3.5 hours per day on devices, both at home and at school.
Technology is here to stay. It's not going anywhere, but we do definitely need to limit it.
90% of primary school teachers have reported witnessing eye strain in students.
A lot of the time kids don't know that there might be a problem with their vision, so they don't bring anything up.
The World Health Organization estimates more than half of the global population will be short-sighted by 2050 due to excess screen time.
Also socially, it affects them socially and their ability to make friends and have conversations with children.
Parents are being urged to practice screen safety by limiting up-close tasks, taking screen breaks and getting regular eye checks.
Because when they're detected early and they're treated earlier, there's better outcomes for the kids.
Tiani Reid, 7 News.
And don't forget ahead tonight what's on around the CQ this weekend with Brad Villiers.
And also the dazzling festive display that's shone a light on autism.
Stream Stream 7 News anywhere, anytime, live and on demand on 7plus. And with 7news.com.au, you'll know the news now.
And welcome back to 7 News. Not much shines brighter than a Rockhampton family's Christmas lights display, and it's for a good cause. Gordon and Sue Begent raised more than $4,000 for a charity they say is close to their hearts.
You can't have too much sparkle at Christmas. Susan and Gordon's display takes around 2 months to plan and attracts thousands of visitors each year. Their Winter Wonderland doubles as a fundraiser, with all proceeds going to Autism Australia in Rockhampton.
We're getting a lot of interest and people were donating a lot of money, so we picked a charity which is close to our heart because our grandson is autistic.
The pair raised more than $4,000 for the organisation which supports those living on the spectrum.
It's going to help a lot with purchasing resources for our clients and just help with everyday things that we need for our clients.
This will be Susan and Gordon's largest donation, thanks largely to the big hearts in the community.
3 years in a row that they have kindly donated.
We just believe that they aren't funded very well at the moment, so with any bit of help that we can give, we like to be able to help out and donate the money to them.
The season spectacle will be back this December.
Hope you come again next year. We'll make it bigger and better and it'll be great.
Freya Jetson, 7 News.
Wow, what an incredible display. Congratulations and well done, Gordon and Susan. Well, half of all Australian adults are expected to have a ticket in tonight's eye-watering $150 million Powerball. As the clock ticks down to the draw, there'll be millions hoping and dreaming about that life-changing prize.
There's nothing we love more here at The Lot than ringing everyday, ordinary Australians, letting them know of their life-changing win.
It's the second largest lottery jackpot in Australian history, only surpassed by the $160 million Powerball draw in 2022, which was shared between 3 winners. Ticket sales close at 7:30.
Now let's take a look at what's on around the region for the next few days. Here's Brad Villiers.
Thanks, guys. Plenty happening around the region this long weekend. Let's take a look now at what's on this weekend in CQ. Celebrate Australia Day by enjoying a day out at the Rockhampton Water Ski Club. There'll be free water skiing, wakeboarding, kneeboarding, barefooting and tubing with club members on site to help you learn the ropes. Head to the club's Facebook page to book your spot. Gladstone Roadrunners Australia Day Fun Run is on tomorrow. Come and kickstart your Australia Day celebrations with a 2K or 5K fun run around the Gladstone Marina Parklands. Register on the day from 6:15 near the Marina stage. There'll be random prizes across the morning and cash prizes for overall winners. Run starts at 7 a.m. And Tennis Rockhampton are having their open day this Sunday from 9 a.m. Head to the Victoria Park complex for a free day of action that'll include racket and court hire as well as free gelatissimo and barbecue. There'll be plenty of prizes to be won on the day as well. And if you've got an event coming up, we want to know about it. Email newscq@7.com.au. Hope you have a great long weekend and we'll catch you again next Thursday.
Good on you, Brad. I know he's going to have a great long weekend too. He certainly earned it, that's for sure.
Plenty happening, isn't there?
Big time.
All right, so what's up now with Nathan? It's the Battle of Rocky tonight at the cricket.
Joe, big bragging rights are on the line. It's the annual charity match where Northside takes on the Southside. We'll have more next. And the Capras get their man with a key forward coming back to CQ. And welcome back. Well, there's signing news tonight at the Capras with Jesse Jennings to return to the squad for the 2024 season. Jennings is coming back to the beef capital from the South's Logan Magpies, and coach Lionel Harbin cannot wait to have him back in the squad.
It's a homecoming of sorts for the Capras' latest recruit.
It's good to be back. Good to see the boys and enjoying it at the moment, so that's good.
Jennings spent last year with the South Logan Magpies in Brisbane and has slotted straight back into the Capras system.
And he was a big part of, turning South Logan around last year, so he's really a good addition to our group. We know what he brings. He's just all effort, Jesse, and he's the type of player that we want at the club. Lots of the pillars that we built when I was here in the first place are still here, and the boys have just built off that. Lionel's doing a great job with the boys, and
The squad's looking good.
Coach Harbin is excited to have the star forward back in the maroon and sky blue.
Yeah, it's great to get Jesse back with the group. You know, he played here a couple of seasons ago. He was here for 2 years and, had a really good couple of years for us.
Jennings will provide much-needed starch to the Capras forward pack this season.
Yeah, we did lose a lot of experience throughout the pre-season and, Jesse's just one of those guys and, this will be his 4th year going in the Cup now.
Moving back to Central Queensland does have its challenges though, especially with the recent heatwave conditions that the Capras have been training in.
I think I've lost 4 kilos just in sweat the last couple of days, but it's good to be back. It's good to see our family and everyone. We've got family here, so it's good.
Brad Villiers, 7 News.
A big crowd has gathered at the Rocky Cricket Grounds for tonight's charity Northside versus Southside fixture. The annual match is a highlight on the local cricket calendar and it will pit the best of the best that Rocky has to offer.
It's not just the spectators that love this game, but the players as well.
It's good. Everything's getting mixed up, and I think it's really bringing the atmosphere back to the game and a bit of support's getting thrown around, just changing it up. I think it's good for the game.
It was a pretty cool concept, 6-7 years ago with North versus South. And then obviously we've been able to include the charity aspect of it with the Cancer Council, and the players will play for the Wells McDonald Cup.
And there's plenty of chat both on and off the field.
Yeah, the Northsides talk a big game. They always say that they've got the water on us, but we're the underdogs tonight. We've got a team. We're not playing. We don't have Joe McGowan, the captain every other year. He's obviously got a hamstring, so that makes us the underdogs.
But as captain of the Northside squad, Harmsworth isn't too concerned with his counterparts across the river.
Not too much, mate. They've always got the favouritism tag, and Wellesley's sledge, I reckon it might be a bit like his on-field sledging, pretty dry and slow. But that's all right.
And it's not just the men that will get to battle it out tonight.
Our women's competition is going gangbusters with 8 teams, and we've got more interest. And every time we talk about women's cricket, it seems like there's more women wanting to play. So we've included the North-South version of that for the women on tonight as well.
Brad Villiers, 7 News.
And if you can't make it to the cricket grounds, don't forget the day-night test of the Gabba rolls on straight after the news at 7 o'clock.
Yes,
thanks, guys.
All right,
Cheers.
thanks for that, Nath.
Good stuff. Just after the break, Livio has all the very important weekend weather outlook for us for the long weekend. And Scotty Hillier is throwing a line in.
Good evening, Livio, Regano with tonight's weather. Tropical cyclone Kirrily, now Category 3, is preparing to make landfall near Townsville in the next few hours. Severe heatwave conditions and locally heavy thunderstorms will return to southern and central Queensland for the weekend as Kirrily's weakening remnants move inland. Clouds finally having an impact on our local temperatures. Last night was exceptionally steamy in the mid to high 20s, but today struggled to reach 30 for coastal stations. Let's look first at the satellite loop. Now, Kirrily jumped up through 2 categories during today, starting with Category 2 this morning and now a severe tropical cyclone, Category 3. Its structure doesn't really look like a severe tropical cyclone, doesn't have the classic eye wall, but observations from Flinders Reef today above 140 km/h gusts basically made us recalibrate, or the Bureau recalibrate their estimates, and there's a chance it may still continue to intensify. So this is today's chart. The Category 3 cyclone, even though this chart was drawn at 10 a.m, we've upgraded the CAT, is basically coming very, very close to the coast now, only a few hours away, going in a very straight path exactly as predicted. Unfortunately, about to bullseye cyclone, or certainly very close to it, as a Category 3 storm before it quickly weakens as it crosses the coast. On tomorrow's chart, there will be no cyclone anymore. The low will become absorbed in the monsoon trough. Lots of heavy rain out west. And on the outlook chart, we'll start getting those horribly humid northerly winds ahead of the inland trough, bringing heatwave conditions back to Queensland. Boating forecast for Capricornia waters, north to northeasterlies up to 25 knots in the morning, but easing, and then a 2 metre swell. Saturday, Sunday, northerlies 10 to 15 knots. We're smack on full moon tide tomorrow, which means maximum possible range between low and high water. The bigger of the 2 peaks will be late morning, the lesser at night. Capricornia District, Heatwave warning persists. Showers tomorrow with thunderstorms in the south. Gladstone 34 degrees, 26 to 36 for Rocky, same top for Biloela, and Yeppoon 33. And the Central Highlands and Coalfields, a heatwave warning with showers and thunderstorms. Emerald 25 to 37 degrees, Claremont 36, Moranbah 34. Looking ahead for Rockhampton, heatwave conditions returning again this weekend as humid monsoonal air pours into Queensland post-cyclone. Nighttime temps will be particularly gross after storms, marginally cooler next week. Please stay up to date with hourly advices. Hopefully tomorrow the worst will be over. Here's Scotty with the fishing report.
Yeah, good on you, Livio. Well, all eyes at the moment on tropical cyclone Kirrily, and as we know, they've got a mind of their own even after they cross the coast, so just keep an eye on that latest forecast before doing anything outdoors. As I mentioned earlier, it is tough to encourage fishing for the weekend with the uncertainty of the tropical cyclone Kirrily. So if you are in that area, just make sure you check that latest forecast before heading outdoors. Now, during the week, though, the rivers were fishing pretty good for a couple of good flathead. There were whiting along with grunter, all being caught on fresh strip baits along with live yabbies. And those mud crabs continue to be around in pretty good numbers as well. Now, plus for those kept indoors, it could be a good idea to go over all your barramundi gear with only a week to go until that season opens. Now check this out, young Isla Tom was proud as punch when she fished with her granddad and her old man Matt and caught this lovely finger mark on strip bait. Good on you, Isla. Now if you are chasing more outdoor action, make sure you join me and the team Saturday 5:30 for Creek to Coast as we explore the Fraser Coast region, and I can tell you we get stuck into some monster dolphin fish. See you next week.
From all of us here, enjoy your evening. And it's your last night for a while?
Indeed it is. I'm throwing a snag on the barbie tonight.
All right. Okay, well, enjoy the long weekend. Good night.